Now you've had the opportunity to play around with BeatBot, add a couple of additional platforms under your account, throw in some of your custom commands, and you want to learn more about IFTBTs and the power which they hold. In today's video, we're going to take a deeper dive into how to set some of these up and understanding the destinations and where the actions are being sent. For starters today, we're going to set up a new follower action set specifically for Kick. Now, you will see here when you click the add button and you pick a service, Kick is here, Patreon, Picardo, Trovo, Twitch, any integration that we currently offer that has the capability to house an IFTBT will be shown in this list. As mentioned, we're going to be setting up a follower action set for Kick. So primary would be Kick, and trigger here would be user followed. Now we do have some pre-populated events down here for new users. If you click on any of these, it will generate the IFTBT for you. However, it will only send the message to your platform chat. In this case, if we go ahead and click this, you'll see you have one singular action, user has followed your channel, and that will be sent to your Kick chat. If you would like that, and you would like to start off your action set with this message, feel free to go ahead and click that blue button. But then what you're going to want to do is hit this back button, and it will allow you to add more actions to this set. Let's go ahead and add a media alert to a new follow. You'd select media from the list of dropdowns, and your destination here would be the overlay. Now, prior to this video, I already had several overlays set up here under overlays, and once you set them up and save them, they will become an available destination for your IFTBTs. Once you select your desired overlay, you will have two options here: self-hosted for our standard users, and files, which are for our pro users. Pro users receive 1 GB of free storage here on the website under a hidden tab called Files. If you are looking for self-hosted, you can go pretty much anywhere on the internet that returns a direct link to a GIF or an image or an audio source, and you can copy and paste that URL right here. As long as that link ends in any of these supported file types, you'll be good to go. I have a pre-saved GIF. I'll go ahead and upload that link here. And once it's uploaded and verified, the add action button will populate and you'll be good to go. Now, you don't just want a GIF to play. You want to have a message box, right? So again, you're going to select a new option, message, and this time you're going to want to send the message to your desired overlay. In this case, let's just go ahead and say user has followed the channel. Once you've typed that in, or whatever your desired phrase would be, you can once again go ahead and hit add action. Finally, one thing that I always have enjoyed to do, whether it's follows or subs, would be to have the bot live count how many followers or subs you've had. In this case, you would select variable. Destination would be BeatBot. And you will have a set of variables if you've set any up here in the commands. Any of those active variables will populate here in the dropdown. And my variable for followers is followers. You'd select that variable, add as the method, and you'd want to do +1 for every new follow. Once you've added that, add action. Next, Kick follow. If you want to name it something else, feel free. And finish. Once you finish that, you will see it now in your list of IFTBTs. If you standard click one time, you will see all 4 available actions. Once this is all said and done, you will now have a test action button where you can have anybody here. You can randomize the name and then hit test. But what we're going to do first, I'm going to go over here to my overlays. We're going to copy my beep overlay, go ahead and paste it here in my web page. And probably a bad idea because the web page is blank. Let's throw Spotify up behind it, shall we? Okay. Now what we're going to want to do is I'll activate my overlay here. And you're going to see a follower circle up here. This is a widget that I've already made. We will go over widgets and overlays in a specific video. But up here is the followers. If we go back to our IFTBTs and now we select kick follow. Let's just refresh to make sure we're on the same page here. Kick follow down here. If you hit test action, run a test, you are now going to see the GIF, the message to the overlay, and my variable has now been +1 due to the user following. The message did fire to my kick chat. You will not see that down here in the chat box due to the fact that the bot does not listen to itself. Meaning it will not post its own message in this chat wizard. But we're going to go ahead and close this test. And again, you're going to see that that user follow now triggered both the message to kick chat, your GIF up here, the message that you wanted sent to overlay, and it's actively counting followers up here in my widget. Now, what else can we do here? One very important IFTBT that many content creators enjoy is using connections to Discord or Guilded with webhooks to notify your communities when you go online. In this case, I already have one set up, but we're going to go ahead, open that up just to show you how it works. So, you're going to want to start off by selecting Stream Online. You're going to select your platform. In this case, it's Kick again. The trigger will be Stream Online. And once you select those two things, you will be brought back again to this page here. And you're going to want to select Webhook and either Discord or Guilded, whichever your community platform is. Now here is the message line. I have a specific role set up that will ping only that role whenever I go live. If you want it to ping everybody, very simply, you hit @everyone. Let's go ahead and just copy that. But again, everyone does not need the brackets. You can just hit @everyone and it will ping everyone. If you have a specific going live notification, what you would do is you would go to that role, you would find the role ID, and you would do bracket @and, paste the role ID, and then close the bracket again, and it will ping only said role. Now for here, in the webhook URL, what you're going to want to do is obviously go to either Discord or Guilded, find your server, find the channel that you wish to have the webhook post to, go to that channel settings and integrations, and add a new webhook. Once you do that, you would copy that link, post it here in the URL, and you'll be good to go. But what about down here? What do you actually want to post in your Discord or Guilded? So you have three options here. The body is simply the title, quick description of what you want, and then a URL here if you wish to make this clickable within your Discord or Guilded. You can also change the color here on the sidebar. Currently I have it set to green, but say some of you want to have it set to, I don't know, you want to have it set to red. You'd go to red, hit set, and it would change it to red. Again, you can put anything you want here in this description. you know, we'll do blah, 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 etc., etc. Again, this is just a standard test. And once you get this far in the body, you can come over here to fields. And what's going to happen is you're going to name the field. Typically, we run title in game and or category. It supports Markdown, so what you're going to want to do is title for the first category field, and then in brackets, title right here. What this will do is it will obviously provide a nice title for what's going to be happening, and this title will live update with the title that you currently have set when you hit the Going Live button. Again, you'd want to add an additional field, select number 2. You can name this either game or category. Again, it depends on the platform and what you prefer. However, the bracket game will be the same for both. So whether it's game or category as your title, or you want to have it say what we are playing, again, here would just be bracket, game, close bracket. Now, a quick thing to note here is you'll notice that I have both these set to inline. This is just to keep it, relatively smooth and neat. If you unselect it, they will stagger on top of each other. All depends on how you want your webhook to look. If you want them side by side, feel free to click the inline and have it neaten it up that way. Finally, you're going to want to add some images. The most popular for the image URL itself is just bracket thumbnail support. Now what this will do is it will pull a live thumbnail within 10 or 15 seconds of you hitting that Going Live button. And so while in the display it shows as a broken image, that's only because it doesn't have the data to pull. If you decide to run bracket thumbnail close bracket, that will populate your output image here within a few seconds of you going live. For the thumbnail URL, you can put anything you want. You can put a picture, like your profile picture on the platform. You can put a quick platform logo like I usually have here. And then you can mess around with the height and width. But again, quick standard URLs, make sure it ends in the supported file types, in this case a JPEG. And then all you'd have to do is hit save action. You'd hit next, online announcement, online hook, finish. Now the reason mine is red is because I had it disabled, but all you'd have to do is when it saves, it'll look like this. It will not be red. It will be automatically enabled. If you do, for some reason, wind up seeing red or accidentally disabling it, you just have to hit the little eyeball to re-enable. All right, so now what that would look like is when it's all said and done, you'd wind up having an announcement that looks just like this. And it will pull an active thumbnail every time you go live. You can see a couple others that I have, just chatting, Wayfinder. I do believe that after 30 days, the thumbnails are no longer valid, so the image will break. But for the time being, it will pull a live image of your stream. You can have a test title, game, category, whatever you want, and go from there. And every time you save a successful IFTBT, you will receive that green flavor text down here just saying that it has been saved. So that is a follower action set and an online announcement. I guess a couple other things that we can show off here. Again, sub bombs, gifted subs, all pretty much the same as setting up a follower alert, but let's go ahead and select, we'll do Twitch this time. So select Twitch. Subscription bomb is a Kick specific platform event, but for Twitch we can still pull gifted subscription right here, user gifted subscription, and you'd hit next, add action. Again, some of these platforms do already populate messages to the chat, Some users like to have them come from the bot, some users do not. I've always been one to have it post as many times because sometimes chats are flowing and you may miss it. But again, with the IFTBTs, every time you open the bracket, it populates all available arguments. So in this case, we are going to do gifter as gifted sub to user. Add action. And what that will do is it will display that action, that message to your Twitch chat. Gifter has gifted to the user. Again, if you want to add media, same thing as we did with the follower. You would select media, select your desired overlay, and either copy and paste our URL file here if you are a standard user. If you are a pro user who has uploaded files, you can select this tab, and all of your files will be available here. So say I used Cat Pong, can save that action. And then what we can do is we'll definitely want a message to be sent to the overlay. So again, additional action, message overlay. Again, we want as gifted user sub. And then let's play a little bit of audio too, shall we? The cool thing about overlays is audio is intrinsically included, natively included in all overlays. You do not have to add a specific widget. Go down here to beep. I'm going to go over here to my stored files. Do I even have any audio? I do, right here. Yeet. We're going to add that as well. So now you have a message to Twitch. You have media to the overlay. You have a message to the overlay. And you have audio to the overlay. Let's go ahead and hit save. This will be Twitch gifted sub. Go ahead and finish that. Once that's saved, let's go up here. I'm going to go ahead and test this action. We're going to say only one gifted sub. And we're going to go ahead and test. There you go. So now we'll go ahead and close this out. And you can see it's pretty easy to set up any action set you want in any order you want. They all try and it is a queuing system, but they all do queue and fire within, you know, half a second of one another. If you start to feel very comfortable with IFTBTs, setting them up, if you go back to the edit actions on your desired IFTBT and you click whatever pencil you want on any given message here, if you want this set, you know, gifted a sub to one user to fire for only one gifted sub, you can go over here to constraints. Total gifted is equal to 1. Add that constraint, save it. Once that's saved, you hit close, save the action. Now you've added this constraint to this action. You will have to add it individually to each action. So I suggest that as you set them up, if you decide to have, you know, a specific alert for only one gifted, an alert for 5 gifted, make sure you keep that in mind as you set these up. We have channels across the user base that have multiple alerts, a lot of different constraints, you know, 2 to 4, 5 to 9, 10 to 14. It's very able to do. You just have to make sure that you have it set to every single action in your action set. Otherwise, if one of those actions fulfills it and one does not, it will not fire all of the events. With that being said, I think it's pretty straightforward we have a couple of other integrations here. If you link your Stream Elements and or Streamlabs down here under settings, you can track donations and merchandise purchases. You would just have to go to your settings and integrations page and either select either one of those beforehand, go through the initialization process, get your key that is requested from those platforms, and it will pop up here under your integrations with a new join button. Once you join it to the channel, you will actively be able to say select Stream Elements, donation, next. Then again, you will have all these actions. So if you want a message to be sent to, your Kick chat, say user just donated amount to stream. And as long as that integration is active down here in your settings, whenever somebody donates via a Stream Elements link, you'll be able to have it populate on your stream. It'll show up right there, Stream Elements as a service, donation. And again, if you want, anything else, if you want a media to play or an audio, all you have to do is add it to the existing action set. You do not have to have an individual IFTBT for a message to Twitch, a media to a Twitch overlay, a message to a Twitch overlay. You can combine them all into these action sets. If you have multiple overlays, again, you can use either overlay all if you do not have scenes with multiple overlays, but you have one overlay across multiple scenes. If you have a scene that has one overlay specifically for gifted subs, one overlay for followers, however you set it up, you will be able to select the individual overlays that you wish for it to fire, and it will go from there. Obviously, if you have any other additional questions, if you want to see features requested, feel free to post them in our Discord. We will be continuing to build out the wiki page. We are always looking for additional platforms and resources to connect with. But in the meantime, thank you for watching. Hopefully this gives you a little bit of a boost and a better understanding rather than just trying to dive in yourself. And again, if you are going to be trying out multi-streaming, you are able to set multiple IFTBTs across multiple services. You can have a user followed, action set here for Kick. And then again, you can set a new one up for user followed on Twitch. And again, just go through pretty much the same things we went through. You're going to want to message to your Twitch chat. You're going to want to have the media to the overlay, etc. And once that's all set up and saved, whether you're on Twitch, whether you're on Kick, whether you're on Trovo, if you're live on all three of those, whenever somebody follows on any of those platforms, it will trigger on your overlays. So thank you very much for watching. We will be trying to put out more and more videos like these as we continue to get more users. And happy beeping. Thanks for watching.